So the other day I was browsing Reddit and I saw a post that made me think for I think the whole day, and I wanted to talk about this in this space. It's very unscripted, but I thought I'll just share my thoughts. So as I said, I found this post where someone was basically saying that they finished their first original Xbox game. They never played any Xbox game before, and yeah, they finished the first thing and they were so excited. They were excited enough to share it with the gaming community. But instead of encouragement, they were faced with some kind of pushback. And that really stuck with me for this whole day, because the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I was not mad about this Reddit post. It was about the things that the original poster, what they were explaining in the post, and it all came down to this topic of gatekeeping. So if there's something I really don't like, it's seeing when people being pushed away simply because they are having fun, or they want to share something they are proud of, or they are trying to become a part of a community. When I saw this post, I was feeling happy because I can appreciate when someone tells a story like that. Someone had just finished their first game on the original Xbox, and yeah, that's it. There was no clickbait, there was no look how amazing I am. It was just someone sharing a moment where they were very happy. And I think that this is exactly what communities are all about, and what communities are supposed to be for. I personally think that it is cool when someone dives into this to the realms of older games, not because I'm interested in older games myself, but because I believe that those games are also part of gaming history, and we always talk about, or I see a lot of people talk about modern games as an art form, but I think that older games deserve that appreciation too. So every time someone discovers one of those older games for the first time, it reminds me that older games still matter today. What really bothered me, what happens to this person in another community, because they were sharing that they had shared this post in another community specifically for retro gaming or retro collecting or something in the realm of retro, and instead of celebrating this little achievement, they were told that the game didn't qualify to be posted there because it wasn't old enough. So apparently this community had some kind of release year cutoff. I don't know which year it was, like 2000 or 2002 or whatever. And yeah, that was really where I started asking myself, who actually decides what counts as retro? What is the definition of retro? Who decides where those lines are drawn? Is it the release year, or is it a console, a specific console generation, whatever? And not only that, I was also asking myself, who decides whether your score or your skill level or your achievement are good enough before you are allowed to talk about a game or to share it online. From time to time, I see that people build these invisible walls inside communities that are supposed to bring people together. So I still remember when I got my first 1cc in an arcade shooter in a shmup or STG. I was so hyped, even though it was considered an easy mode, a novice mode or something. Still, it was a very big achievement for me, and I shared it, and instead of being pushed away, I felt that people were excited together with me. And this showed me personally that it doesn't really matter what the exact release date was or which difficulty setting I used. It was just this one moment I was very, very happy about. And yeah, people just were very nice towards me and towards my little achievement. So that's what I've been thinking about a lot, because it honestly doesn't really cost us anything to be kind. It doesn't cost us to encourage someone to say, well done, keep going. Just a few words like this can lead to something bigger or better. And I know because I have experienced it myself. So the shmup community has been very welcoming and very inviting ever since I joined. And I think without the encouragement I got from different people in the comments, I would probably, never have started. I would have never started making videos in the first place, and I would have never kept going, and I wouldn't have shared my opinions online or something like this. I would have never done something like this. Of course, I know that no community is perfect, but yeah, within the shmup community overall, I always felt very welcome, regardless of skill level, for example. And it would be very cool if more people took this approach to different communities and act this way and be happy for people if they finish their first game, whether it's a platformer or Metroidvania or whatever, no matter if it's a retro game or a modern game. I think it's important because every community starts with beginners, and every expert was once completely new to a genre or a console or whatever. So looking back, I just realized just how welcoming my own introduction to the shmup community really was. And for that, I'm still very grateful. So maybe next time someone shares something they are proud of, instead of, asking whether they belong or not, we could just simply say, well done. Because sometimes that's exactly what keeps someone in a community and keeps them going. In my opinion, that's far more valuable than arguing about the line between retro or not retro, good score or bad score, very close once you see, or completely destroyed the game. It doesn't really matter. I think it's great that in this shmup community, people are very welcoming and very encouraging, and I would hope that, or I'm pretty sure that people in the shmup community are also part of other communities, and that they can just take this positive vibe and bring it to other communities as well. So I would like to know if you ever experienced gatekeeping, or if you have been welcomed in a community that really made you want to stay. I really would like to hear your story in the comments if you would like to share. So I think that's everything I wanted to talk about today. It's a little bit different, but I would like to do this kind of stuff more in the future, just talking about things that run through my mind without overthinking and scripting and so on and so on. Just having a few notes and then just rambling from the top of my head. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you. See you. Bye.